horrifying scene at an attempted traffic stop in Arkansas. You can see a state trooper deliberately bumping a woman's car, causing it to hit the median and flip over. That woman was pregnant at the time. The officer said he performed the maneuver because the driver was speeding and did not pull over. The woman, who is thankfully now okay, says it wasn't safe to stop there. Jerika Duncan reports on the video that is now evidence in a lawsuit.
Janice Harper was on her way home from the movies last July when Arkansas State Trooper Rodney Dunn tried to pull her over for speeding. Video from Dunn's dash cam shows within seconds of turning on his overhead lights, Harper moves into the right lane, slows down and turns on her hazards while continuing to drive. About 2 minutes later, Dunn hits Harper's car. The maneuver caused the SUV to spin on the highway, hit the inside wall, and flip.
It rolled over. Give me EMS.
Dunn calls for EMS before pulling over and talking to Harper while helping her out of the car.
Are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
Pregnant.
Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we
I
stop.
had my flashers
It doesn't matter,
on.
ma'am.
Thought it would be safer to wait until the exit.
No, ma'am. You pull over when law enforcement stops you, okay?
But an Arkansas state driver's license guide says when being stopped by law enforcement, you should activate your turn signal or emergency flashers to indicate to the officer that you are seeking a safe place to stop. A new lawsuit from Harper claims there were no exits or a shoulder for Harper to safely exit the highway.
We call it a pit maneuver when people flee from us or don't stop from us.
Court documents allege Dunn executed a negligently performed pit maneuver or pursuit intervention technique, which put her life and the life of her unborn child at risk. Harper told Little Rock station KLRT she thought she was going to lose her baby.
What if I had kids in the car? I mean, he wouldn't have known. Did that matter? What was going through his head? What made him think this was okay?
Well, thankfully, Janice Harper's baby is okay and is now 4 months old. We don't know the full extent of the injuries, but the Harper's attorney said they have heard from several other people saying similar things have happened to them. We've asked the state police for comment, but have not heard back yet.
So many layers of wrong there, especially if it says in the state guide that you're supposed to put your hazard on, right, which she did. You could clearly see she wasn't speeding away, Jerika.
She was not driving away from
him. She did all the right things.
What is he doing? She's flipped upside down in the car, and he's explaining to her
having a
why
conversation with her? They're having an argument?
I mean, and you can't assume that if you bump a car, people know how to handle their own vehicle.
I know.
I mean, that's absurd.
And by the way, if you've ever been on the shoulder of one of those tight turnoffs like that,
very difficult.
The big rigs go by you,
there is
the
no
whole
way
car shakes.
Terrifying.
It's dangerous.
This is just an idiotic tactic.
It is indeed.
Well, thankfully,
we
again,
clearly
the baby's
seem
okay,
to be part of
and the mom is okay.
We clearly seem to be part of Team Janice Harper.
We're glad the baby's
There's so many mistakes.
You know, the move is necessary, I'm
need to
sure, in some
happen.
circumstances. That would seem to be one of them.
That sure didn't.